This is the Threat Landscaper, a societal attack, threat, and mitigation strategy mapping tool. It allows you to create essentially a personalized profile for whatever project or site or situation you may be involved with in order to map the threat landscape. The idea is you have these various menus that you can create nuance to the various threats that you face in your environment, and from a list of different types that you can go from create a category, subcategory, and a threat actor, attack vector, a mitigation strategy. Those are all different types, and you can select various other functions like the scope, how far it reaches, whether it spans the urban, the suburban, the rural, and the wild. That's what I'm showing here over on the right. Those are the color shadings that represent that gradation. And you get an ongoing threat score. So you're able to list. Here I'm going to do a demo of what it would look like to put in some basic hypothetical threats that you may be encountering in your environment, and this just kind of gives a walkthrough of how some of these tools work. You can edit the entry, you can move it up and down, you can copy it, you can delete it, you can add a new listing below it. So this is a work in progress. Some of the features are still being developed, but the idea is if you can essentially create an ongoing inventory of all the threats that you face, whatever the scenario is that you're in, this helps you better plan for mitigation strategies. Whatever it is that you're facing, you got to have a plan. What you're going to do if you have to confront it. And the more you know, the more advanced preparation that has been put into categorizing and listing the actors themselves, which as you list them, you start to think about how many you're exposed to, how you're susceptible in these various ranges and these various scopes, what the sort of concentration is. The real point of this tool is to show how much more concentrated most societal threats are within the urban environment. And the threats, they change. It's not always safer and easier the further you get from the city, but by using this tool, you'll be able to understand what threat actors and what attack methods are most probable to affect you where you are situated in space and time, what your geography is, roughly speaking. And some threats will span all of those different sort of zones, and some of them will be isolated to only one. Some of them can be more or less easily mitigated in place or by displacing to get further out and further away from them.